Alright, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Let me get rid of all this. I'll keep this. So, this is the 11th market review, June 11th. So we finally we broke out of this range. We were in this range for like 2 days. No, actually, we were in this range for like pretty much since like the 7th. Yeah. Anyway. But I did see earlier that we did come back into like the lower end of the range, and we kind of like tapped this at the 50%. This unmitigated, like, it didn't even hit the 30%. It just like barely tapped it. So, but actually we did go closer down to like the 70, but pretty much around like the 50%, past the 50% where we mitigated it. And actually we have like another one inside of here. It's probably like 50% of this. Yeah, closer to 50% of that, but yeah, I saw again today I hopped on the charts at around like 10:30. Yeah, I was around 10:30. It was a little bit before 10:30. Actually, it was like yeah. So what I was just waiting for was just like structure to tell me what it was gonna do. I saw that we were at this high. I was like kind of like looking at this like, okay, we have oh shoot, we have a low and a high, and then like a low, high, low, and then a higher high. Did we actually close above it though? Let me see. I don't think we did. No, we never did. Alright, oh, right here actually. Yeah, we did close above it, so that was indicating the price that was gonna go bullish, and we have like structure inside of here. Right here, which is like still tradable. Like you can trade all this in here if you wanted to. Longs, shorts, whatever. Another short right there. This is like kind of a low structure point, you know. We close below it, have the 50%, and then down to the lower part of the range. We did like kind of sweep this like liquidity right here, into this like S&D, which happens to be the origin of like this entire leg up in this like current like range within a range like situation. Like we're kind of in this range, in this bigger range. But we did close above it. I said we did close above up here, and price could do whatever it wants. It could like go high, low, whatever it wants inside this range. But we decided to finally break out today. Yeah, we just keep following structure. Did that even close below? Let me see. It did in fact close below right there, so that's valid. Yeah, that's valid. 50%. You know, we'll get that 1-to-1. I guess this is a new zone. We really close below here until like here, top like 30%, and then we move down. Then we come back to tap the 70% because the 30% was already mitigated. You could have gotten 1-to-1 if you just entered on the 50%, but I tend to stay away. I tend to not do that because I don't have enough experience with that. I like to just wait for like the candlestick flip, and, like the 5-second or like the 1 minute. Occasionally I will just take it, but generally no. I like to wait for like candlestick to like form structure and break, like how I did here. Okay, so yeah, this is the last low that put in the high, and then we closed below it, and then we came back up, tested, and boom, sell. Yeah, we're just following like overall structure here. High, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Here we broke above, and then we broke it below again. So, but still, this is like still tradable. If you're looking at a higher time frame, like what this is probably like a 12-minute leg, little leg. Let me see. It might just be like wicks right here. Yeah, more like a 5-minute. Yeah, because it closed and then. But we're at the bottom of the range, so be mindful that longs are most likely to come into play at some point. Let me see. Yeah, we did kind of close above, but we did it multiple times and like we just failed to like just push through it. So I would be kind of hesitant to like look for longs here. But if you wanted to, you could still like look for longs. There's still like opportunity here. There's a 1-to-1 right there, like literally. And then here, it's gonna retrace deeper into this one because we already like kind of like mitigated the 30%, and then the 50%, and like it's gonna mitigate deeper into this. So be mindful that oftentimes that's what happens when there's not like a full mitigation yet. It's either gonna be the 50 or the 70, but in this case, and usually once the 50 is usually mitigated, it'll just like run right through. But that's not the case here because also we're at the bottom of the range. But eventually it does come up. Since the 50 is already like mitigated here, then we come up and then we just like drop. But you are able to get like another 1-to-1. There's another here as well. Here we pretty much almost tapped the 50%. Now we do tap the 50% on this leg, and then we just like run right through it. That's a quick scalp too if you're willing to take that. Then we end up closing below again, and then just like running back up again. I would be not careful of looking for like shorts because we're at the bottom of the range. So I would just be like keep looking for sales. And this is around like the time that I hopped on the chart, and I knew we were at the bottom of the range, and I'm just like, I don't think I'm gonna look for shorts. I'm gonna look for longs here. So I hopped on around like 10:20ish, 10:30ish, and like I saw that price is just like creeping its way up. It's like just so that most likely means that it's going, since we also tapped like the bottom of the range, it's most likely gonna run like low resistance. There's gonna be like lower resistance to like running to the other side of the range because the price is already like served its purpose of like mitigating like the zone down here. Oops. But I hopped on and I saw this leg as it was forming. It was like actually it was a little bit after this leg in this entire leg form. And then I saw this as like a zone. I'm like, okay. The price is probably gonna want to come either down here or since it closed right here on the 5-minute. And I see prices just like slowly just like creeping its way up, and we haven't like really kind of like closed above this high yet. Even still, like we could see. I was kind of expecting like a pullback, a little bit of a pullback from like this high, around this high, but I guess it happened like right above it, where we kind of like accumulated above it, which is like when I hopped on the chart, and I did enter like a couple times and just got stopped out. Like I entered here, and then I think I closed for like I held well, I was holding for like 40 points, and I was expecting it to run. But it did that, and then like I didn't close because I was expecting it to like run higher. So I just kind of like my risk was like tight too. It was like, I think I entered like right here initially on this like 5-second like candlestick structure, holding for like 40 points. And then I got slapped like twice, one right there. And then I saw a price doing the same thing again. I decided to enter right here. I stopped right here, and then I got slapped again. Just like I just barely got slapped. And then I was like, okay, 3 times the charm. And then right here is when I decided to enter again. And I stopped right here. And I saw just price just instantly just give me like 40 points. I was like, okay, and then I'm gonna move my stop to like pretty much right here. And then I held this for 40 points. Actually, no, 20. Actually, because I saw it just kind of like retrace so deep, and then like I had closed, and then I waited for like the next like couple minutes. Like what, 2, 3 or 3 minutes, and then I saw this. Actually, no, I saw this. I was like, okay, there's a little fractal SNDR right there. Let me enter on the rejection off of that. And I saw a price rejecting of it, so I entered right there again. And I held for 40 points this time. And then I closed. And then I ended up entering another trade right here, actually. Because price did like wake up, and it's kind of like breaking my rules a little bit, but price is like so bullish. I saw another opportunity here, and I actually closed this at like a higher, like I was like trailing every 5 points, and like 40 points was it, and then like okay, price broke above, and then it was like okay, 60, and then it was right here, and then I started dip low, and I got a little bit like I'm gonna close right here. Yeah, so those are pretty much all the trades I took today. I did go into drawdown a little bit right here because I got this like slap twice, and then like finally I decided to like, you know, I like broke even like on this trade, and then these 2 trades like got me like profit. But yeah, price did end up going to the top side of the range, so I was like, okay, I'm done longing. I'm gonna expect like some sort of like short action going on. Let me see. Right here, well, on the 5 second, this is the last load I put in the high. And we closed below right here. So this entire zone is like fair game in my eyes. Well, no, not even that. This one right here. On the 5 second at least. We did like close barely below it and then came up, so this is our new zone. We did tap it. Like not much, but I would just wait for like the actual like longer move. Because I find myself doing it a lot where I just like I want to like just catch it, and then I just end up like doing something wrong, and then just like losing the trade or like breaking even on the trade. Whereas if I just waited for like the entire like swing to form like at least on like on the 1 minute, then it's just like because since we failed here, I would be looking at this, which is the same thing on the 5, pretty much. If we take this slow on this side, we did come back up and tap it, and then boom, down we go. But yeah, over time, as you like backtest, you'll kind of like develop this like intuition, or like, and this knowing of like, kind of like you're remembering what's gonna happen next, like you're seeing the future, because you've seen Price do the same thing over and over and over again so much, you can just pretty much like read it like the back of your hand and just predict it. For the most part. Even when it like there's like no real like structure like this, like you can still like hop down to a lower time frame and like still like kind of like assess the situation and like get in on quick moves. Yeah, I was done. Yeah, I was done here around like 10:52. So like literally like 10 minutes, like 10:30 to 20 minutes of work. I was done. Yeah, 20 to 30 minutes. But here we have structure forming. Real high, a low, high, a low. So I'd be paying attention to this. Oh, I'd be paying attention to that. Still being wary that we are like at the top of the range, but still we're bullish. Like we're still like bullish on the 12 minute. If we look here, not only is price actually higher. Let's say like 144 minute. No, that's too high. Yeah, let's say on the 12 minute because I'm still even still you can see the 144 minute. We're just looking at structure. Like this is a leg. This is like an entire leg on the higher time frame. And we did accumulate here, but that's because like the fractal nature of price and like the whatever algorithms that hedge funds or whatever banks are used to like do whatever they can to like fill whatever orders they need. but this is probably gonna be fair game like later. Like could be weeks, could be months, whatever. Could be years, but I know areas of accumulation like that tend to be like fair game to like come back and retest. But or just like completely like ran to like tap deeper. But since this is an indice, oh wow, I forgot I had that on here. Wait, that's old. But since it's in the indices tend to like just like run one way, usually in the bullish direction. So I'm not counting on it anytime soon, if it even does want to, unless there's like a really bad recession or like crash or whatever. Which even then, it's still probably might not even get that low, if we keep running it higher. But that's like kind of like completely different conversation. Yeah, here we just follow market structure, like overall structure, high low, high low. Little structure here, low, low, here, look above, tap, retest, and up. That's tradable too, since we do have like a low, high, low, and broke above right here too. Retest, like it's literally like just like kind of like just following order flow through market structure. And as you backtest and get more experience with your system, you'll just like kind of like intuitively like understand, oh, price is shifting, so I should just like look for this or look for that. So it's like a mechanical. It is mechanical in the way that you like enter your rules that you have for like entering, but your discretion. This is like the discretionary part that gives you that like 80-90% win rate. Because if you've noticed, most like statistical like trading systems, like mechanical trading systems, they have a very low win rate of like most of them probably don't even have a 50% like win rate. It's usually like around like 30%. But when you have discretion in like the mix, because you're able to like filter out a lot of things that a lot of algorithms can't, unless it's like built in like such a complex manner that makes it like that it like can filter out a lot of things. Like for example through machine learning. Like machine learning is probably a really good way to like, but that's a completely different conversation. But yeah, your discretion is the thing that keeps you like gives you such a high win rate. Like in the 90s, in the 80 and the 90% percentile. Right here again. We have a high, low. Come back to test this. There's a gap right here. Price shifting. That's also fair game. Because on the smaller time frame, there's probably like something in there in that gap. Yeah, like right here, literally. Oftentimes, there's usually something like in the gap that's being. There's like a S&D within like the fair value gap or whatever that's being like tested and rejected off of. And that's also like another trade you could take. And just keep following structure. That's a valid pullback right there. But we don't really come back to retest that, so there's another valid pullback here. Don't really come back to retest it at all. Right here we see price from a high, then a low, then another high, another low. Okay, now price, the order flow is like kind of like shifting a little bit, so maybe we can catch like something quick right there. you get your 1-to-1 and then some. Candlestick structure, it looks like there's like candlestick structure you can enter right there and like tighten up the risk on the 5-second. Yeah, like literally right here. Yeah, like right there. Again, we close below here. But we're still pretty long, so we want to be mindful, like not holding our shorts for too long. That's our low, that's a new high. Is there a new zone? We don't really, I guess this would be, I would consider this zone because it's close to 50%. Or maybe like somewhere right here. The price just like slowed down. Actually, let me see. Yeah, close right here. So actually, this is our leg. No. I would consider this, like SNDR, but probably we don't really get the reaction that I want to see, so I would choose something higher, like the origin with the 50%, closer to 50%. Which we do get like a couple of entries off of it. This is our new zone since it closed below. We failed to close like up below again, so that's our indication that price, like multiple times. So that's our indication that price is most likely probably gonna run these highs and like start going bullish again. And then our higher time frame, this entire thing is like a leg. But that's probably fair game for like later on in the future, maybe, or maybe not. But basically, yeah, just keep following structure. Close below. Is there a new zone? Yep. We came up, down, tapped like the pretty deep in there, and then up we went. Down here. I would be paying attention to this on the 5-minute. Maybe 5-second. Yeah, right here. We have our high, low, high, 50%. Shift. Came back down, retest, boom. SNDR right here. And I'm not sure when, but sometimes you can expect like the SNDR to just like barely get ran. And then like price to just like still continue. But still you can just like use the 50% though. And it's like it's all the same thing, but I don't know, there's a way that Dave trades and I'm just like how did he like know to enter right there? Like, cause like the zone is like so like big and deep, and then there's just like a little SNDR, and then he just runs it, and then I guess I just need to back test it more, but there's another zone right here, like literally SNDR. That's another entry. Like literally, like it's just everywhere in every time frame, in so many different ways too. Like it never really looks the same, but if once you back test it, enough times that like in different like marking condition scenarios, you're gonna be like, okay, this is gonna happen. This is most likely the thing that's gonna happen next. And you base your decision off of that. High, low. We're just accumulating in this range, so price could do whatever. It can run highs, lows, whatever. But we still follow like microstructure up to the top of the range and then to the bottom of the range or whatever it's doing. But yeah, that's pretty much all for today. Catch you guys later.